Hey, this is James Squanch Jr., the creator of the ProLite mods, and we're going to do a quick demonstration on how to properly mount these to your softboxes. All right, to start this demo, we need to look at the box itself. Make sure you've got your box set up correctly. If you're not using a Rapid Box, you want to make sure that you've got the holes in the correct holes on your speed ring to where the box is tight. You don't want a lot of play in the box, so it's going to hold the mod the way it's supposed to hold it. And once you have that set, you want to put your diffusion material as far deep into the box as you can. So you'll see you've got a layer of Velcro here, and so you want to place it on the very inside edge of this layer of Velcro. And that gives you the maximum amount of space to add the mod, just like you would an egg crate grid onto a box. So we're using the same premise here as that. So stick that in there, make your life easy, and you'll have a good foundation to set your mod in. All right, let's look at the mod itself. We've got obviously two sides to the mod. You've got like a fabric textured surface here, and then you've got more of a rubbery, glossier surface here. Also, the labels will be on this glossy side. Labels face the inside of the box. We don't want to see the labels when we have the mod placed on the box. So the first thing I like to do is form my corners. And we've got Velcro tabs here on the inside of each corner. And so we'll bring this around, Velcro it just like that. And that gives us a little extra adjustability in the corners if we need that once we get it placed on the box. So we'll go around and hit all four corners. All right, so once we have all four corners set, this is probably the most important part, is we want to center this part of the mod at the top of the box. So, and I like to do it with a couple fingers on either corner and just kind of feel where they are. And so I'll place it up in here, right up there, and then just kind of bring the Velcro across to where it attaches at the top. And if you stand back and look, you'll see there's a little space on either side of the box, and it's pretty much equal space on either side. And then what you want to do is just kind of let the mod hang in the box and just adjust the edge here so you've got the Velcro where it's lining up with the inside of the box on either side. And this is where we're letting gravity just kind of do its thing. We're not forcing the mod into any corner, jumbling it up any which way, because the most important part is the integrity of these circles when we get it all set up. So what I like to do is, in using gravity, I'll come down on this mod. This is the 3x3 mod. The center of the mod would be the center of this circle. And so I'll grab the mod right here, bring it to the edge of the box, just like that, and then work my way nice and easy up to the top corner and leaving that corner as is. And then I'll move to the other side, repeat the same procedure, just pressing it against the Velcro and working my way up to the top to where there are no kinks on the edges of the modifier. And then what I'll do is, once I have those two set going from the mid to the top, I'll come over and go from the mid to the bottom. And you can see it's already looking really nice. And so then what I'll do here on the bottom is I'll just fold up the bottom part of this modifier. Once again, going to the middle of the box, pressing that there, and then just gently working my way across to the corner. And then you can step back and see, how you're looking. Things are looking pretty good. If you've got some space in your corners, you can simply come up here and usually pinch these corners and just kind of work your way around to each corner and pinch those corners. And then before I start shooting, I will, if this is a constant light, so the light is on, but if I'm using a strobe like usual, I will turn the modeling lamp on the strobe, and then that will reveal any gaps I might have in the Velcro seal on either side. And so I will look and find those gaps and just gently come across and press those back down so you won't have any light leaks around the edge of the modifier. And then just step back, take a look, See how you're looking? You might have a little, one of the corners might be off a little bit, so then you can adjust it. All right, so on certain models of softboxes, once you have your mod placed in the box, you might notice a gap in the corner. And so we've come up with these inserts that we can put in the corners to close this gap off. And they will go just right over the top of the mod. And then you pinch the box down onto the insert and you've covered that gap. Okay, so we have this really nicely set up on our box. But this is another example of why I'm so excited to be up here with Westcott, because we are innovating stuff to enhance the user experience. So if you look at this, it really looks pretty perfect. But you can see that the box has got a little play in it here, which is affecting some of the circles, especially up here in the corners. And so we've come up with these adjustable tension rods that we can place inside the box here. And so if you look at these rods, we've got an adjustability built into the rods themselves. So based on your box, you'll have a little bit of play to make them work. So I'm gonna slide this in here. And what I'm doing is hiding the rod behind this strip of material and just sliding it up into place. Feeling where it is, and then I'm gonna extend it slightly. And then go with the second one here, do the same thing. All right, so when adjusting these, I'm just adjusting them to where you will feel them hit the edges and you can tell it's not gonna go anywhere. We're not looking to bow out the box, but just where it gives it enough stability to hold this kind of a 90-degree angle shape here on the edges from the corners. And then that helps us maintain these circles throughout the mod. All right, the cool thing about these adjustable tension rods is that they will be available for all existing ProLite mod users. Another feature you might find in select ProLite mods will be this Velcro tab, which will help hold the adjustable tension rods in place. All right, so after your photo shoot is over and it's time to take these off of your boxes, this is the best way that I would go about doing that. So if you use the tension rods, you would pull those out. And then when I go to take these off the boxes, I just start in the corners and pull straight from the corner and then work my way down the edges. And that way you're not yanking on it unnecessarily. You don't pull from the circles, so you keep those from being stretched out or messed up in any sort of way. And you'll have your mods for years to come. All right, so the premise for mounting these strip mods is virtually the same as the other size mods. You want to center the top part to the box here and just let gravity do its thing. Hang the mods hang the edges of the mods down the side. Want to work your way down, just make sure you've got a good kind of seam along the Velcro. Find the center point on the 1x4. It's going to be right here about the midpoint of this circle, and attach it there. Work your way back up to the top. On that side, come back down here. On the other side, repeat that process. Working your way back up to the top. And then we'll go down from the center point down here to the bottom. All right, so you might look at this and say, hey, a lot of open space down at the bottom. So when you're using the Westcott Rapid Box Switch 1x4, we've actually come up with an attachment piece which will stick right in here and cover this bottom portion up as if it were one solid mod. And so basically we'll repeat the process by creating the corners on this little piece. Insert it right down here on the bottom and on the sides. And then this will Velcro right onto it. All right, so the newest addition to the ProLite mod lineup, which I'm really excited about, is this new circular modifier. This is a 36-inch circular modifier, which will mount over the outside of your box. So What you want to do is just place it over the top, work the edges around. Make sure the edges are outside, the edges of the mod are outside of the edges of the box. So you're getting a nice tight fit on the front. And then you've got the drawstrings on either side you can pull to further secure the mod to the box. And there are drawstrings on either side. You need to use them. And then after you have it mounted to the box, you can rotate it so you can set whatever formation you'd like of the actual circles in your setup, which gives you one more step to be creative with your photo shoots. Probably the most important tip is to pay attention to the consistency of your circles in your setup. I would also recommend on the boxes using your inner diffusion panel or deflector plates on the circular beauty dishes or octa-boxes so that you're getting uniform distribution of light throughout the modifier. That will prevent any hot spots you might see during your photo shoot. All right, so I hope that little demonstration helped. If you got any other questions or comments, please leave those down below. We'd love to see your results, so hashtag ProLightMods on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for watching.